Pretty, that belongs to my friend Leo. Leo owns a company named Dandy Hats. Dandy Hats is on top of the motherfucking world in the hat game. I said I was gonna watch my language. Could you bleep that out? Dandy's on top of the world in the fantastic hat game. Does drops probably every month, kills it, sells out in seconds, minutes, and every time shows up with a new car. Not as you with that. We built him as Lambo SV, we built him an R8 that's almost done, the Performante. I always have something here for Dandy, always. My guy's a hardcore car guy. We're gonna do an F1 style exhaust system, test pipes, HRE wheels, lower it, make it shoot 6-foot flames. So in this vlog, I'm gonna do a little bit of everything, right? Last vlog dropped on a Monday. Scott Disick's car, by the way, he spelled his last name wrong. And then Danny P's car. Danny P's car is making its way back to NorCal. It's got history, used to belong to Miguel 517. I'm like, Danny, why don't you take the wrap off and just expose it gray so it's just different from when you bought it. So it's next door on my buddies. I'm gonna walk over there and see what the word is. While David finishes Cowboys car, so we're gonna do some rips in Cowboys car. Cowboy is from Chicago. Cowboy's a little bit competitive and in group chats and a bunch of street racing guys and a lot of testosterone chats. One of the things that Cowboy called me on yesterday, he's like, I don't think my turbos are big enough. He said, why don't you think your turbos are big enough? I don't know, man, everyone's running these big turbos, G42s. I'm like, on Built Motors. He says, the turbos that we put on your car are good for 1900. He says, I want bigger turbos. What's wrong with people? Why do you need so much horsepower on the street? Just wake up and say, I got a 2000 horsepower Lambo in my garage. I'm not complaining. It's a cool job. You get calls and say, I need bigger turbos when your car's done already, and now we got to put bigger turbos on. But that's a whole nother topic I'm not going to get into. Let's go check out Danny's car. Take a sweet jump. Do a sweet jump. Do a sweet jump. Welcome to Temecula, Marietta area. You can go higher, bro. Come on, bro. Bigger jump. What kind of shit is that? I was just bragging about you guys on my vlog. Hey, it looks good. The paint color's a little off. The paint quality's not bad.
Like that door handle, that was like that, right?
Oh shit, it's white.
That wasn't us. I checked the film and everything. That's what I didn't.
Can we wrap that like black at least on both sides?
Sure.
Can it be done tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's gonna be picked up Friday to go back north. So if you could just do something where it looks presentable,
yeah,
that'd be dope.
I can make that look good, and I can put something on that handle. I'll just have to match that.
Yeah, that's fine. Match them. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, other than that, dude, it looks good. That guy's mad, bro. If you ever need any work, you know, in this area, this guy's phenomenal at PPF, wraps. Fortunate to have him next door to us. All right, so what we're gonna do is a before and after. Most of you guys that watch SVJs on Instagram or online, usually already modified. Let's go see how it sounds stock. 2020 Aventador SVJ, big dick energy, rich man car. So I used to own one. I had one for like a year. Mine had bucket seats on it though, very uncomfortable. At least he bought one with comfortable seats. Quiet, huh? Cold start on these cars and they have test pipes and exhaust is unreal. It'll shake the whole building. Pretty quiet, huh? When Leo first bought it, he called me the first night he'd been driving. It was like a Tuesday night. He was like, man, I'm like worried to drive this car. I was like, dude, don't. Get in it and beat the shit out of it. You're not gonna hurt it. I like it. Low mile car too. It's hot. Let's go. So just for you guys that know, don't know, Aventador SVJ is still a single clutch diaphragm car to V12 naturally aspirated. The transmission sits in the tunnel. Lamborghini Huracan and R8s, it's dual clutch transmission, so the transmission is in the back. One of the things that Lamborghini, from what I'm told, and Volkswagen kept an agreement on was they'd keep the Pinnacle Lamborghini Aventador. At the time, you know, it's gone up to, you know, Murciélagos, blah, blah, blah. They've all had the same drivetrain. This engine design, granted they've changed things here and there, is the same design they've had for a long time. You got two types of men in this world. The guy that's like, oh, SVJ's uncomfortable, my vagina hurts. Those guys ain't real motorsport guys. Those are just fucking guys that made money and buy cars to be fucking cool. A real SVJ owner is a true car enthusiast. It is a true Lamborghini. Now, when Volkswagen bought Lamborghini, well, they need to make it profitable. And these cars, single clutch cars like Gallardos and these things, they break. They're fucking horrible. But it's a true Lamborghini. When you drive one, it feels nothing like a Huracan or an R8. It's a man's car. It's clunky. It moves a lot. You got to know how to drive it. Uplift on the gas. Get back into the gas. It's raw. You know, I come from Honda, so, you know, clutch cars, chattering while driving. You know, this is a true driver's car. You don't jump in this car and drive in LA in downtown traffic. You like, it's uncomfortable, but because because it's a single clutch diaphragm car. This is a OG heart of a Lamborghini. I'm only going around the block to show you guys how they. So I'm getting off the gas, then back in it when I shift. Single clutch, so it's disengaging the clutch with oil pressure and then engaging it on the shift. That's why these cars bang and pop so loud on the shifts. Ignition cut, and they're port injected. They're not DI. You won't do that. Port injection does do that. When I had mine, I drove it every single fucking day. I put like 3,000 miles on it in like 2 months. And every morning I just get in it and bang gears. They're slow, but they're fun. And then when you come to a stoplight, you gotta leave it in neutral so it doesn't ride the clutch. Clutch life won't be very long if you keep it in gear. Smooth, huh?
Yeah.
Not fast, but I mean it's smooth and you know, it accelerates. But again, you don't buy an Aventador to be the fastest guy on the block. You buy it because it's just a fucking Lambo, buddy. You know we're like 400 followers away from 300,000. We hit 300,000.
We'll host a car meet.
Yeah, we'll host a car meet. It's a great idea, kiddo. Who's gonna pay for this? Me? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. This thing's gonna bang and pop real loud. We'll put the camera on the back so you can capture the flames on the shift. Leo's going to Mexico for the next 5 days, so I told him when he got back I'd have it to him. He's really excited about this. This was a big purchase for him. He's been wanting one of these since I met him. Okay, what do you think? Should we turbo it?
No.
What's up? What I'm doing right now is building this all-wheel drive harness for that STO. So obviously we have all our material here. I made this by hand. So what I'm doing right now is pinning everything out. So we have the actual connector for the OEM connector for the all-wheel drive harness. So I just have to actually make the wire itself, put all the pins on it, crimp all the pins, and then wire it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Once I'm done, I'll show you guys the install on it. So first part of it.
That's how it's done. Easy as that.
So here is that all-wheel drive harness I was making the other day. We are officially all-wheel drive now. I did go over this and tested all this already with Alex, so everything does work and everything is in the right spot. Right now I just got to finish pretty much mounting the 2 front axles, but in the last 3 days I mounted this, wired all the wiring for the all-wheel drive stuff, installed the T1 system harness, installed the all-wheel drive shaft. I took the transmission out and I rebuilt the transmission to add all the all-wheel drive stuff to it. We test drove it on the car real quick just to make sure everything was working. Everything works fine. So I'm gonna start putting all the panels on, put the T1 wheels on it, and then I think we can go on a test drive real quick. So let's put the wheels on. So let's go. When the car's not all-wheel drive, it usually doesn't come with a shaft right here. Well, it doesn't come with the shaft. So this shaft right here is what makes the car all-wheel drive, including all the front part, obviously. What makes it rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive is also the shaft inside the transmission. So you have to add 2 of the gears and then the shaft that makes it all-wheel drive. You can't see this, but he caught me the other day building the transmission, so that's what I was doing. So then I added this shaft and then all the rest of the all-wheel drive components. So they're all there. So it's ready to make all the power.
vlog's got a little bit of everything, right? Got a lot of things going on. We put Wade's STO on the rack. Came here for an all-wheel drive conversion. So STOs, if you guys don't know, STOs come rear-wheel drive from factory. The car had a Elite 1500 build from a couple years ago. Came back for all-wheel drive conversion, some updates, the whole nine, and a little bit of twists and wheels. So let's just put on the lift, go over it. I'm gonna show you guys what that all entails and get it loaded on the transport. Maybe a quick little rip, go over Danny's SVJ and all the other little projects. Finish up this vlog. My eye, don't mind my eye. My eye is...
Can't even see it.
You can't? Bro, I feel like I'm this big. We custom ordered it. I call it the Spider-Man STO. Probably one of the most unique builds we've ever done. Wade wanted a nice tire rim configuration to be able to utilize the power now it's all-wheel drive. So it's quite the build. All-wheel drive, 1500 horsepower STO is a perfect car to have some fun around town. So rim selection, we ended up going with the T1 race center lock. As you guys, also another thing is STOs come standard center lock. There's not a lot of options for wheels center lock. I always tried to favor T1 Bellic in situations like this. A nice Toyo RR tire, which is a good tire for the street. So what we do, make it all-wheel drive, you got to install a front diff, also known as a Haldex, the axles, torque tube, drive shaft. Then the transmission's got to come out, split completely apart, 3 cases, and then add the shaft to be able to make it all-wheel drive at the transmission. Got to input the all-wheel drive shaft in the engine too. So it's a pretty in-depth project, but we've done many of them and understand it very well. On top of that, you have to wire in the control for the Haldex to the ECU. With Motec, what we do is we have a all-wheel drive harness that essentially connects straight to the ECU and control the torque transfer to the front through the Motec. So it's pretty cool. The other way to do it is you could completely buy the factory all-wheel drive harness and wire it to the car in the BCM. So the factory Haldex, you get a factory Haldex to control it. But considering we are able to control these things with the Motec, we just run it for the Motec. Decided to get this to Michigan just in time for it. They got some big car week out there. What's that called? I forget. Hopefully Wade brings this thing out. Also got another Elite 1500 Performante in the works to get to Michigan in time for this car event too. And if everything aligns and goes well, me and Kiddo, the guy behind the camera, will be there for the event too. Let's ride. SVJ, some test pipes, F1 style exhaust, and a custom ECU calibration to be able to throw some big flame. It's also got some pretty dope wheels. SVJs are also center lock, so you can put these on it, lower it, get out of here. So my eye's been bothering me, so I feel like my work, I'm just not there just because it's one thing like you guys may see it doesn't look that bad, but like it bothers me pretty bad.
So I guess this would be the last part of the all-wheel drive conversion. This is the other half or the other end of my harness that I made, that I showed you guys on the table. So that usually would connect to the Haldex controller that would sit here, but since we're running a T1 harness, that's what it goes to. And then this is that chassis harness I made. I didn't show you guys, but I made this chassis harness also. That controls power, signal, ground. I'm gonna cover this up. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what was going on here. Put the wheels on and I think we're good. Peace.
Girlfriend's lovely f***ing car. It's got every light on the dash. Why do you have such an expensive car? So we're gonna take it to Audi to get serviced, and after service, we're trading that shit in for a cheap ass little SUV. Kiddo and I are gonna drop this off at Audi. Kiddo's gonna follow me in the Lambo, so then we can make some rips in the Lambo on the way back. If you're in the IE, Southern California, shit, even if LA or whatever, you need an Audi. You gotta come to like the best people to deal with. Audi's fancy word of an alternator is starter generator. He's like, yeah, you know, there's a recall on it. I was like, well, explain to the lights on the car. He's like, how long have they been there? Like a couple weeks. Everyone say hi to Calvo. Just dropped off Aaron's car at Audi because it's got a f***ing every light on the dash. This is Calvo Motorsports. He builds the baddest Vipers. He's attempting to build V10s, but Daddy still got some beat. I'll call you when I'm done. So they called it a starter generator. I'm like, what the f*** is the starter generator? Like alternator. So apparently there's this huge recall on the RS7s on those voltage issues, which explains why every light is just triggered on the car. I tried to clear it with our tool and it just wouldn't clear, and I didn't have the patience for it. It's a new car. My people here always take care of us. So I just dropped it off for them to deal with it. I ain't dealing with it. Alright, back to the show. Cowboy's lovely Lambo. This fucking car, chingon. It's got next gens on it, big boy. They don't look big because, you know, technology is a hell of a thing these days. The turbos don't have to be this big to make 1,000 horsepower each. This turbos on this car is capable of making, I've made mid 1900s on a built motor car. This is still a stock motor car, but we updated the turbo kit, retuned it. How it drove, drives like a beauty. Cowboy's from Chicago, turned pro golfer.
Why is he named Cowboy?
Cowboy stunts. He's got an interesting fucking way of dressing. The first day I met him, he showed up to my shop in 2020 with, what are those skirts called that the Irish people use with the fucking, you know what I'm talking about? He showed up wearing one of those. I don't know what to say. Since then I've got to know. He's a funny dude. The name Cowboy comes from stunt bikes, I believe. Big into stunt bike riding. One of the things that he doesn't do it as much anymore. What you felt there was traction control kicking in because it's a little bumpy. If TC was not tight, that thing would have blew the tire off. And I'm comfortable ripping these cars in normal every condition versus like things having to be perfect because I know TC is very tight and the car is not going to spin out on me and put me into the wall. TC is unbelievably tight. I'd rather keep it that way because your boy don't like going sideways. So I'm tight with TJ Hunt. I'm going to text TJ and ask him next time he goes practice if we can show up with him. You know who's been wanting to go drifting too? Well, my friend George from Modified Performance in Vegas. He's a big drifter too. Hendrix has been bugging me to ride in a drift car. So when we go, we're gonna take Hendrix with us to strap that full way. We're about to pull back. Alexi is done going over that red STO. So we'll have Kiddo show you guys that thing finally done. It's an interesting, I call it the Spider-Man car. It's pretty dope. Red and blue. Load that thing up off to Michigan, and then we'll be at Woodburn or Woodwood. I don't fucking know. Some big car event in Michigan that happens every year in August. He tried to catch me and I just flew by him. Pulling out, Eli? And that's like turned down. Not turned down, but that's like 13-ish, 14. TC's real tight because it's got a 20-inch rim on it with an old-ass 305 888 tire on it. So it can only do so much with that tire. So poor tire's holding on for its life. I know videos don't do justice. Everyone at one point, if you can, ride in a twin turbo V10. If you guys ever see one rolling around, f them, you got nothing to lose. You miss every shot you don't take. Ask that motherfucker to give you a ride. Say, yo, what's up? Can you get a ride? Don't ever ask me. I'm gonna say no due to insurance reasons. I'm not allowed to. But hey, ask. Never know. This car drives like a fucking dream. 600 miles on this car. 600. For sure, one of the lowest mileage STOs from this year in the country. I don't even want to put it on the main road. I'm just gonna go down here for a little bit. I don't even want to put a mile on this motherfucker. Smooth. If you drive a rear-wheel drive STO, you know how they feel. Like this now, all-wheel drive, it feels like a Performante, stiffer. I don't know. STOs are very solid, the chassis. And I can feel how it pulls. When you drive a rear-wheel drive turbo car, it like pushes you. An all-wheel drive car kind of like pulls you. So I can already feel it in the chassis. I'm not gonna rip the car. I don't need to. It is tuned and set up already beforehand. Smooth on. Yeah, it's got G35s on it. Very smooth transition. It's not like an on and off. Like lately what we've been running, there's, you know, driving is very on and off style turbos, big precisions. This is very smooth. Well, off to Michigan we go, baby. Hey, that's two to Michigan in under a month. And there's a third one leaving next week. We'll talk about that one later though. Wade, enjoy. Wade's one of my top favorite customers. One of the fucking coolest dudes I've ever met. I'm not launching this shit.
Like when you say like, oh, we gotta do a burnout with the tires on. Just launch it one time, make sure it's good.
Will that make you go home happy?
Need more pressure in the front.
I think your Model 3 goes faster.
The rear more than the front.
Yeah, because it acts like a roll. That's what they do. Oh, it did that. I felt it.
They look good.
I can always tell when it's a rear-wheel drive versus an all-wheel drive car launching just when it grabs second gear. Because if it was still in rear-wheel drive, it would like really nose me over because of TC, and it didn't. It wanted to accelerate out. You gotta remember too, I keep the torque limits really low in first gear on street cars because if I overpower them, they wheel hop, and that's how you break it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Truth be told, I don't think Wade will ever launch this car. If he does though, I'm asking for a video. And you gotta remember too, it's literally turned down.
Yeah.
Like launch RPM, how much boost in the launch. Like street cars, I keep those numbers really low just because you never know. They roll up to a light and they want to launch it. I don't want him, you know.
Oh yeah, especially on the right.
Are you happy with that then?
We're good.
My boy, you good? This is his last trip.
Let's go.
He's going back to Romania after taking these cars on. Oh, can I go with you?
Sure.
Let's go to Romania. All right, let's load up. Solid vlog, a little bit of everything. Next week we'll close out with SVJ making some rips, and actually that same owner, we're gonna finalize his Gen 3 R8 SR 1200 package. So that whole vlog will be about Dandy's cars. That's a good problem to have. Y'all have a good night.